Do you still miss your braids, or you still love your braids and you can't afford to do it whenever you want to do it just because of the cost of doing it, but you still want to carry your braids? Say no more. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do your twist yourself. Easy peasy method. This is so beginner friendly that you don't have to do a thing. Just get your elastic band, get your rattle comb, and we're going to go into this. And while we're at it, we're going to be gisting about, braiding your hair in a foreign country and braiding your own hair in our home country, like how it is perceived. Because for some reason, I think it's celebrated or it's perceived in a different way here. So for the first time, whenever I make my hair, I get people giving me compliments like, oh, you're doing this so well. Like, how are you doing this? Oh, wow. Like, you get praises. You get to see the value for your talents. You get to see people, just telling you how good you're doing and how it's not something easy to do, and that kind of a thing. But making my hair back home, like I can remember I tried to do it one time and then everyone was like, oh, don't you have money to make hair? I don't know, maybe because it's actually very affordable to make your hair back home, that a lot of people are like, why are you wasting your time doing it when someone else could do it? And because it's expensive hair, so a lot of people are like, oh, you're doing so much because you're saving money doing it and the rest. But I don't know, it's just what I've been thinking about, because you're celebrated doing it here and then back home you're like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you torturing yourself kind of situation? So a celebration against pity. So you celebrated for doing it here and then you're pitied when you're doing it at home. Like, well, I could pay for you to do your hair, you get those kind of comments and then you're like, oh, wow, how are you able to do it? Can you show me? That kind of a thing. Yeah, I'm done rambling. I'm done. That is just one of the thoughts that I have in my head. So I just decided to put it out there. Like, in the comment section, if you have something, or you think is the same thing, or maybe you have a different experience about this, just do what, drop it in the comment section. Like, I would love to hear or see things from another person's point of view. I don't know, this is just me thinking. So here is just to section your hair. I would always recommend, as a beginner, at the back of your hair, don't try to do the brick laying pattern. It's going to be hard for you. Just do the C curve, the C part, and then concentrate on doing the brick patterns in front, so that way you get to build momentum. You understand? You're not starting off hard and then you're not thinking of, oh, are the lines straight, are the patterns crooked, and the rest. So when you're done with that, I use the rubber band method because this is just going to be easy for you to twist. You don't have to worry about your grip. So you see, I'm giving you easy peasy, so you don't have to worry about your grip. So just tie the rubber bands the way you would do to a kid's hair, different sections, and then tug your hair a little bit just to get it as tight as you want. Now you're going to get a crochet pin and pass the braiding hair through the tied hair, through your tied natural hair. And then you're not just going to separate your natural hair into two, divide it into two with the braiding hair, and now start twisting. So you see, easy peasy. You don't have to worry about the grip of your hair. You don't have to worry about how you're going to start it or how you're going to put the braiding hair into and start the braids. All those good stuff. Let me say, like nail cake, all that good stuff or all that hard stuff. So yes, you're now going to go ahead and do that. And please, if you're a beginner and this is your first time you're doing this, just know that your arms are going to stink. This is like an arm workout. So yes, your arms are going to hurt. So feel free to relax and take your time. And I always recommend, like when you're doing it for the first time, to start with big sections. Don't come and be too ambitious and start with tiny sections, because it would just make you to like maybe halfway into it and I can't do this again, I don't like the way it's done, I have to lose it. But if you're starting with big sections, before you notice it, you're done with the hair. So even if you don't like it so much, you'll just be forced to carry it for like a day, 2, some weeks, then you go back again, you try it. So when you start getting perfect with it, then now you can start taking small parts. But in this section, I was busy complaining I liked the size, but for me, I wanted to do another technique. So this is another technique of braiding from where I tied the rubber band. So with this method, you're still going to, if you don't have a very tight, strong grip, for the braiding hair, with this one, you don't have to worry about that. Just have to worry about braiding the the extension hairs to your natural hair, and then you're good to go. So braid the parts like 3, 4, 5 times, and then you're going to separate the braiding hair into 2 equal parts. Try to tuck your hair in between the braiding hair, like tuck it into the braiding hair just to cover it so it doesn't show when you're done braiding, and then twist down and you're good to go. When you want to add braiding hair, just put it in between the 2 fingers and so twist it down. So to make the twist tighter, before you pass it over to the right hand, try to twist it, pre-twist it, then before you pass it over to the other side to twist, so it kind of makes it tight and sturdy and strong. So I hope all this my rambling is actually helping someone out there. But if you want a close-up, maybe I will just lose one braid and then do a very close-up for you to see what I'm doing, my hand movement. But I just believe that this is also showing my hand movement. Yeah, so this is it. Are you going to try to make your hair this year? Are you going to give it a try? And even if you're not making your hair, I think this is also a good tutorial to teach you. Maybe you want to make your child's hair and you're like, oh, I don't know how to go about it, because I get a lot of people complaining about that. You see, this rubber band method is the easiest way. Just section their hair into different parts and the size that you want. That's one. Once you've done that, that's one job done, because it kind of even helps when I'm braiding kids' hair and I do this sectioning. It makes it more bearable for them because we get to count down. So imagine I section it into 20 parts and we're like, oh, we're doing 20 parts. If I do one braid, we're like, oh, 19 down, that kind of. So it's like a fun thing to do for them to play about and still, be able to count down and like, oh, we have 18 to go, oh, we have one more to go, and the rest. So once you do that, you just have to just braid the braiding hair in, or maybe use your crochet pin, pass the hair, and then you start braiding down, and that's easy peasy. Yes. So I hope this is really, really helping and I'm not rambling so much. So please, if you're still here watching before, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, let's grow this channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because here is a home for every good thing. Yes, we love soft life, we love ease. So if you want to learn how to do your DIY braids, cooking, budgeting, shopping, because we love to shop over here. So some shopping tips, just out and having a good time on a budget, living our lives on our own time, then this is the right place for you to be, because you're going to be getting value for your time. Yes, you're going to be getting good value for your time. You're not going to be wasting. You must learn something when you come here. If you don't learn anything, you're going to be entertained. Yes, if you're not entertained, you're going to see something to talk about. So one way or the other, you're just going to be enjoying something. So yes, here I was busy celebrating, because that feeling when it's just remaining small for you to finish. And with this big braid, surprisingly, I usually make my hair for like close to 10 hours when I do smaller parts. But with this one, less than 3 hours, and I was done. I was feeling so excited, like, hey, so this is what I've been missing. I have been missing this, because for instance, everybody was like, oh, you don't like to do big parts, and I'm like, the thing is that whenever I don't pre-section it before doing the big parts, I start big, and then in between I'm like, oh, let me just make it a bit smaller and see how it looks on me. And then the next minute, like, I'm making it smaller. Then I'm now forced to like, oh, let me just finish it smaller. The parts that I did the big part, I'll just go and redo it and make it smaller. Like, I feel smaller looks best. But with this one, I was forced to make it big, because I already said it big, and the sections and parts were already big. Yeah, and then other thing was this braiding color. It's a strange color. I've not used it. So tell me in the comment section if you think it looks good on me. Tell me if you think these big braids look good on me, because I've done different types of braids and on this channel. So just check, just peep for me and then tell me like if it looks good on me. And one thing about this is, please, you have to have movies that you're going to watch. For me, whenever I'm braiding, I love to watch old Nollywood movies. Like, those are my OGs, because I see it as a form of time, as a timer for myself, because old Nollywood movies are normally 3 to 4 hours. So I see it as if I see one movie and then I'm watching the rest, and I finish 2 movies, I've stayed like 8 hours. You understand? If I see just one movie and then I'm done, that's just like 4 hours, 3 hours. Then if I see one movie and then I'm like halfway in between the movie and then I'm done, that's like, 6 hours, 7 hours thereabout. So like it's more like a timer for me. So I'm not pressuring myself, but like I'm having fun and still timing myself some sort of. So this was me watching and enjoying the movie. But then, hey God, it was some of these old Nollywood movies and some things that were applicable back then. You're like, oh wow, like so much has changed. Like it kind of draws my attention to like, wow, like we're really evolving, we're really growing, and so much has really changed. So this is the lads braids. Drum roll. I don't finish. Oh, this is the last one. And yes, I was just feeling so excited because at this point, like the relief, and mind you, the reason for doing this braids at such another was like I had somewhere to be, and truthfully, I don't think I'm a wig girly. So braids are my sure bet. And where I was going to, I just needed, it was just quick, go, come back. No time to be wearing wigs, combing wigs, straightening them and doing all that good stuff. So I'm like, what's the easy, low maintenance stuff that I get to look good? I'll just bathe, do my skincare, come out, and I still look good, I still look presentable, you understand, without looking for maintenance and the rest, because sometimes you don't have energy for that. And then when you're doing it with a toddler, because it's like an early morning appointment, when you're doing them with a toddler, it's a hassle, because imagine getting up, feeding them, dressing them, packing their bags. Sometimes in between the way you're done packing the bag and they're going to mess up the clothes and you have to change them again, and then now imagine you trying to look for what you're going to do on yourself. So that way it makes you kind of look tattered and you're not looking put together. But with the braids, once I just draw out that bonnet, I'm good to go. Take out the bonnet, you're good to go. You don't have to do too much. You can always just touch up on your edges when you're on the go and the rest. But with wigs, you can be doing stuff like that. But some they can. But for me, I don't feel that way. So this is me checking myself at my head. Yes. It's 18. So this is the hot water part. And please, this is for you to be careful. If you have kids around you, take them out, lock them in a room. You understand? If you have someone that can help you with hot water that you trust, go ahead and ask for help. But if you're doing it yourself, I would suggest you just get like a big cup or a big jug, pour the water in there, and then dip your head in instead of pouring the water from the kettle. Don't go and pour yourself hot water. You understand? Make sure that anybody that can cause any distraction is not close to you. And please, my pro tip: once you're done with the hot water, please get rid of it. Prevention is better than cure. Now this is me cutting the tips and the rest. I wasn't really too particular about this. It's just serene. You can do it, you cannot do it. It's not a big deal. So at this part, I was already feeling myself. But come on now, braids, they fit me. Like I look good on braids. Am I the only one that feel like I look good on braids? Like I look amazing on braids. Like once you braid my hair, any braids, any hairstyle, like once it's braids, I come correct. Like I can just wake up and I'm looking. Oh gosh. Like I don't know, but this is just me hyping myself up, but I think I look fabulous on braids. Like, what type of braids? Easy. Now, spray some mousse in there. If you have any allergies to this, you don't have to do it. It's not a big deal. Hair will go last. The hair will still get old. So I don't believe in doing too much. Just like the way some people put so much tension, to grip the hair. Like, I want it to be tight so it will last. My sister, you're just pulling your head. You're just having headache for nothing. You're just suffering yourself. The hair is going to get old. The braids are going to get old. So please, comfort first. And then preserve your natural hair. And then there's another thing, subsequently I am going to be showing you. I'm trying to transition my hair. I don't know if I'm going to leave relaxing my hair, I'm going to stop doing it entirely. But so far, I have not done any of that. And getting to 6 months, and my natural hair is really growing out. So I really want to keep it on braids for a while to see if I want it to be afro, go back to my natural state, or I still want to, use relaxer on it. But whatever, I'm going to keep you guys updated. So this is my per, your girl is done. Oh gosh, she fit ball man. Like, come on, shakara no end. Like, this is me feeling myself. Like, feeling myself. The color is not that bad, although it will not be my number one color. What do you think in the comment section, please? Do you think I should try this color again? Personally, I would not, but it's not bad. Yeah, bad, but I will not. And come on, this big twist, it came out nice. So this is me checking out what I'm going to look like tomorrow. And the next day, I got to wake up, get my baby ready, and we're off the door. No stress, no hassle. So yes, please, if you've stayed up to this moment, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you're the real deal. You're amazing. Bye.